Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy New Year. I am so excited to be here with all of you today. And I want to know if you already are setting intentions, creating goals or resolutions. If you know me, you know I'm not big on creating resolutions because I tend to have a negative connotation. But anyways, I want you to let me know if you're ready to start this year with the best foot forward. Comment below and let me know what are some of the things that you are open and willing to create, to receive, to manifest, and start to cultivate in this amazing year to come. I want to share with you 3 things that you can do to help you move forward this year with a positive mindset, to help you create the life that you're dreaming about, to bring into manifestation, to bring into fruition, to bring into this physical form all these goals and ideas that you have in your heart and in your mind. So let's start. Number 1, forget about creating these big changes. It may sound counterproductive, but start with small. I want you to concentrate on the things that you can do on a regular basis, small changes that can eventually lead to this big transformation. So for example, if your goal is to lose X amount of pounds in X amount of time, instead of saying, I'm going to eat salads and vegetables every day of the week for this much time and I'm going to do all these things, well, if it's not what you've been doing recently, it's going to be a really drastic change and hard to keep up with. But if you say, okay, I can exchange, instead of drinking 32 ounces of soda, maybe exchange one of those for water, or for flavored water, for sparkling water, or whatever it is. Or instead of eating this piece of cake, can I instead eat yogurt? Can you make small changes that eventually begins to add to big shifts in your life? So forget about going big and expecting this huge transformation right off the get-go. Start small. So number 1 is small shift lead to big transformations. So small changes leads to big transformations overall. So what are some of the small things you can do on a regular basis? Number 2, practice gratitude. I cannot tell you how important it is to recognize and give thanks for all the blessings in your life, for what you're already experiencing. Because when you enter a state of gratitude, you are training your mind, your brain, to focus on the positive instead of focusing on the negative, on lack. It's human nature. Our brains are hardwired towards the negative. We're hardwired to think, to see all the stuff that we don't have, the dangers that we may or may not be experiencing, etc. So when you cultivate a practice of gratitude, you're making a conscious choice to train your brain to see the positive in life. Even when things are going crazy, even when things are not going the way you expected, even when changes are coming at you right and left and you feel like you are swimming against the flow, pause and ask, what can I be grateful for this very moment, right here, right now? And not just think about it, feel it. So it's easier sometimes if you can think of a loved one or something that brings you joy and brings you into that state of gratitude and build from that. So that was step number 2. Step number 3, measure the amount of success you have in your life by the amount of joy and happiness you're cultivating. Let me say that again. Measure the success that you have in your life or you're having in this period of time based upon the amount of joy and happiness you bring into your life. It's really hard to create the life of your dreams if you are stuck in a negative situation, if you're not having fun, if you're dreading getting up every morning, if you're dreading to go to work, if you're dreading or have a negative reaction to things that you're doing on a regular basis. Because why? That will continue to keep in that negative space and it will continue to attract more of the same things, right? That match that vibration. So when you say, you know what? Yeah, my job right now sucks. Okay, I get it. What can you do during the day, after work, before work, in between work that brings you joy and excitement. Because when you are in the state of joy and excitement, you're telling the universe, you're telling God, the divine, I am ready for more things like this. And then you add the gratitude practice in those moments of excitement, and everything begins to shift and change for you. So these are 3 things that you can do. Number 1, again, just a recap. Number 1 is small changes, small things that you can do on a regular basis that will lead to larger shifts and transformation. Number 2, practice gratitude for what you have right here, right now. Even just saying, I am grateful that today is a sunny day. I am grateful that I have clothes to wear. I am grateful that I can drink water. Start with things, especially things that you already have, especially when it's hard to see the bigger picture, and be grateful for things that may not be manifesting yet. So that was number 2. Number 3 is measure the amount of success in your life, or in this moment in time, by the amount of joy and happiness you can cultivate. Joy, happiness will increase your feelings of gratitude, which it will increase and build upon the small changes and things that you're doing that builds that momentum. So forget about creating these huge resolutions. Maybe start with small intentions and ask yourself every day, is this in alignment with the life I'm creating? Is this in alignment with what my intention is for this year, or this intention I created for myself? For example, self-care. So if somebody calls you right now and say, or let me give you an example as myself, I'm going to say I'm setting healthy boundaries and I'm going to take better care of myself. So if right now somebody calls me and say, hey Adri, do you want to go and run a marathon at this moment? And I will say probably, no, not really, I don't want to. Because it's setting healthy boundaries and asking myself, is this in alignment with self-care? Is running a marathon right here, right now, in alignment with my self-care practice? And the answer at this very moment is not. It's not part of my self-care practice. So therefore, it's easier for me to say, no, thank you. Thanks for the invitation. Have fun in your marathon. Let's do something else instead when you're available. Simple, right? So ask yourself, is this in alignment with what my intentions are creating for this year are? Let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas, or what are some of the intentions that you want to create that you may need support. And simply by putting it out there and being like, hey Adri, I want to really meditate every day. I'll be like happy to send you a link for free meditations, or I'd be happy to once in a while. It's like, hey, how's your meditation practice going? Just having somebody in your corner makes a huge difference. So I cannot wait to hear what some of your intentions are for this year. How are you preparing to move forward? Let me share a couple of my intentions for this year. Number 1 is self-care. Number 2, speaking up. Speaking up my truth and setting healthy boundaries. Number 3, do everything from a place of alignment. So I'm no longer saying yes because I feel obligated to. Now is this in alignment with what I'm creating? And let me share one more. Number 4 is to I just got to escape because I forgot I wasn't in. Never mind, just leave it with those 3. If I think of the 4th one that just escaped my mind, I will let you guys know. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.